Hey everyone, it's Jen from You So Much, and today we're going to talk about how to get creative inspiration. So I woke up this morning knowing I was going to do a bunch of videos, and I had a lot of them figured out, but I still wanted a few more ideas. And so I used these same tactics today to give me some creative inspiration. So whether you're doing videos of your own, or you're writing blog posts or a book or an ebook, or you're creating some kind of giveaway or exciting new course or program for your clients, sometimes you just need a little creative kick in the butt. So consider this my swift creative kick. So probably like you, one of the first things I always do is just look around online. And what I like to do is look at what people in my industry are doing in the copywriting biz, what they're doing, but I also really like to look and see what other people are doing. People in other industries have fantastic ideas, and sometimes you just don't think about it because not everyone in your industry is doing it, but it's amazing to see what people can do. So for example, I came across this doctor recently who's doing a lot of things like an online marketer would do. She has this amazing website that kind of has a place for them to capture emails, and she is doing seminars both online and podcasts online, as well as in-person seminars. And so she's doing these really neat things that really almost make her look like she's an online business when she's really a brick and mortar doctor here in Portland. I also came across a business recently that is a production company, a video production, and what they do is they basically produce these amazing, cool, beautiful documentaries, but they also have this online course for video storytelling and production, and it's something you can buy online. So it's a great way to capture some of their clients who maybe aren't in Portland, who can't take their video taking course or wouldn't work with them anyway because they're not in the same city. They're getting a lot of people through their funnel and interested in their business just by having this online course. Now, besides looking at other people's blogs and websites and all that fun stuff, which I love to do, I also really like to look at the comments. That to me is gold there, because the customers of those people that are posting those blog posts or videos or whatever, a lot of those comments give you a really good insight on what the customer is really looking for. So it's a great place for you to go and search out ways and things that you can give value to the kind of people that would be your perfect client. And of course, I love to look at my own YouTube subscriber comments, because a lot of times they have questions or ideas or thoughts, because that's my own tribe and I know that they want to know more about this kind of stuff from me. So I love it when I get comments and questions, because it helps me give people what they're looking for, what they want to know about. One of my mentors, Evan Carmichael, recently told me that he has so many comments on his videos that he already has all this content laid out, planned ahead, because he knows exactly what his viewers want from him. He knows exactly what they're looking for, and so he just provides it for them. And another little tip related to that is especially those questions or comments that are asked of you over and over again. The conversations you're having with your clients, whether it be from comments on YouTube or in your blog posts, or straight on one-on-one conversations over a cup of coffee. Listening to your customers and the words that they use is always an amazing way to figure out what and where to give value to them. And that also goes for networking too. Networking with other professionals, again, in your own industry and others, and just having conversations with people in general. It doesn't have to be with a customer. It could be with a mentor or with just a friend. If your focus is on getting ideas, then you'll definitely be getting ideas out of that. The other thing that I love to do, and I know I've talked about this before, is I love my magazines. I'm such a magazine junkie. Some of my favorite are Domino and Living, etc. And the other thing I really love is the Anthropology catalog. It's not really a magazine, it's more full of pictures, but I use magazines in a couple different ways. And one is for headline ideas, which I've talked about before. There's full of great headline ideas, and there's lots of great ways to get content ideas from the stories and things that are in there, especially if you're even reading things like the National Enquirer or the Us magazine, right? Those are full of like fun, juicy, gossipy pop culture things that people are interested in, and that you can turn that around and apply it to your own business. And for my book, I use magazines a lot, just the pictures in magazines, to help me come up with ideas for my scenes in my book. I know it sounds a little crazy, but sometimes it just sparks an idea or a thought or something like that, and I love it. And then the other thing that I love to do, and I've talked about it many times before too, is I love to go to a coffee shop. Coffee shops are a great place to people watch. It's so fun to overhear conversations, to look at what's on their walls, to look at stories in strange, like maybe publications that they have. Speaking of magazines, sometimes there's fun newspapers and magazines I normally wouldn't read hanging out of the coffee shop. And it's just an amazing place for you to get inspiration. And I like to try new ones out too, because I think that when you're in a new environment, it opens your mind up a little bit. It makes makes new thoughts and connections happen in your brain. And I think it's a really awesome way to help support your community too, by trying a new coffee shop, and you'll be surprised, you'll find something new that you really love there. And the caffeine and sugar don't hurt either. I think they help inspiration too, for sure. Speaking of coffee shops, you Portlanders out there, don't worry, I haven't forgotten about my coffee shop blog. I'm gonna continue that. I've just had some other priorities, but it's on the horizon, and I'll make announcements for that soon. And I'm going to make just one last suggestion in regards to going out there and farming for creative ideas. And this actually came from James Altucher, who I am a huge fan of. And one of the things that he does every day is he writes down 10 ideas. 10 ideas a day. That's the thing that he does every single day. And what that does for him is he feels like that helps spur more and more ideas, and it's a value that he can provide to others. So he often will write down 10 ideas for someone else, send them to them. And I've started doing that, and it's really, really been amazing because more and more ideas happen all the time. And he says that writing down those ideas for other people is what has brought him his wealth. I think he's pretty amazing. I'm going to put the link to his site below, and I'll put some more links for other creative resources in my description below too. Speaking of writing things down, don't forget to write down your fantasies, because words make it real. Thanks so much, you guys. I'd love to hear any thoughts or ideas you have about ways that you have gotten creative inspiration in the past. Please leave in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.